Hello everyone, and welcome to another Digimon Adventure video. This time I'm going to be talking about the most recent episode of the series. So the 63rd episode of Digimon Adventure is another Taichi focused episode that not only calls back to the early episodes of this season, but actually also the franchise's roots itself. This video won't be too spoiler heavy as the episode literally just came out, but I still recommend that you watch this week's episode before you watch this video. And then you could also just watch this video, then watch the episode, then watch this video again, like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. So this episode has Taichi realise just how far he's come and how important the friends that he's met are to him. The episode also sees him being able to fight Digimon on his own, without the aid of a Digimon partner. Now this is something that we haven't really seen him do since the first few episodes of this series, so it's nice to have a bit of a return to that, and I really appreciate this. In addition to the in-series callbacks that makes this episode feel sort of like a stealthy clip show, the last few minutes have lovely visual callbacks to the very start of the animated franchise. Greymon, at the end of this episode, stands in front of Taichi in the way that Greymon is seen in the ending credits to the Japanese release of the first Digimon movie. It's basically frame for frame the same, and it's just a lovely little visual callback. It's also in the way that this series is often frame for frame the same as End of Evangelion, so it's nice to actually have them call back to something that they've animated rather than End of Evangelion or something from Studio Ghibli. But anyway, so when this Greymon reverts to Koromon, we get another visual callback when Koromon face hugs Taichi, which we also saw in the first Digimon Adventure movie, or in English, the first part of the Digimon movie. There's also a much smaller callback, and it's one to Digimon Adventure 02. Valkyriemon appears in this episode, and Valkyriemon is the fully evolved form of Hawkmon, who is Miyako or Yoli's partner in Digimon Adventure 02. Valkyriemon doesn't really appear in the series, however, of 02, but has appeared in video games and on the D3 Digivice toy as Hawkmon's fully evolved form. In this episode, Valkyriemon obviously isn't the same Valkyriemon from 02, but is, interestingly, voiced by the same voice actor as Miyako in Digimon Adventure 02, who is Hawkmon's partner. So that's kind of like a cute little thing as well. So these are just absolutely great callbacks to have, as it's a sweet sort of scene on its own, but for viewers who have grown up with the show and are still watching the franchise and watching the show as adults, it's a lovely little wink and a nod towards them, and it's nice when the show sort of references its animated roots. And those are some good things I have to say about this episode. If you'd like to hear me talk about this episode more, we're recording our podcast episode in a few hours, which will be released in just over 27 hours, I think I'm releasing it in. But anyway, so you can look forward to that if you want to hear more thoughts about that episode. But what did you think about this episode? Let me know in the comments, and I will see you on the next video. Bye!